Yesterday's meet was exciting. It was, back in Poly Pavilion, the energy was great. Crowd was good. Um, we had 3 season highs on vault, bars, and floor. And I don't think that is so much just the energy and the enthusiasm of the team competing at home, but I think we're finding our rhythm. And, like, especially the last 4 people in our lineup, they're going to hit. It's just how well are they going to hit. And they're calm going up before the event. And that's something that we haven't felt for years. So that's really exciting. Um, there's a there's a great energy within the team. They're excited about the events. They're excited to compete, but they're very calm, and it just permeates through the whole team. Individual highlights. Well, I think it was fun for all of us to see Vanessa Zamripan compete the vault for the first time, the half on layout half. She did not land it as well as she could have, and she didn't realize, when you swim like that, it's all a deduction. Tasha Schweikert used to do that a lot, but it's still a deduction, so she has to learn that. But it was great to get that vault, a good vault under her belt. I really thought she might tuck it, because that's what she was doing in warm-ups. But she was like, "No, Miss Val, I've got it." I said, "Okay, great." So that was great. And Brittany McCullough stuck a vault. I can't ever remember Brittany sticking a vault like that. It was soft. She's starting to find her feet and her landing, and she's had so many Achilles and ankle issues that I think she's always been tender with her landings, and she's starting to be able to trust herself. So that was really exciting. And even though Marcy Bernholtz only did exhibition bars, she hit bars up at Cal, and she's hit her exhibition here, went 9-8 both times. She's really finding her ground in her swing, and her landing with her dismount. So that was really exciting. And Lachelle just keeps blossoming. I mean, she's having more and more and more fun, which we knew would happen. She just had to get out there and start competing. She is extremely competitive. And so we were hoping that once we started competing that competitiveness would come out in her. Now we just need to get her on balance beam. Monique De La Torre peeled off after she caught a release move in warm-ups on bars and hit her head on the mat. So she had a headache. She does not have any other concussion symptoms, but to be extra careful, we kept her out of all competition yesterday. That didn't have an effect on the team. We're really deep on every event this year. We can go 8 people on every event and a good 7 people on vault, maybe 8. So we felt badly for Monique because she's been doing so well the last 2 meets that it really frustrated her that she couldn't compete at home. But she'll be back. She'll be fine. The team just kept on rolling. There's not much, I think, that can get this team frazzled right now. You want to talk about beam. I don't feel we need to talk about beam, but we'll talk about beam because the reporters want to ask about beam. I don't feel like we have beam issues. Aisha actually had a very good routine, and she's fallen maybe twice in 2 years, 3 times maybe. I don't know, but she's a very consistent beam worker. The rest of her routine was much better than what she's been doing. We've been working with her on taking her split leap, wolf jump, side flip series up, taking it up and at 'em that way, and then taking her dismount up and at 'em that way. And so keeping that energy going, in one direction for one series and the other direction for the other, instead of just chopping up her skills. And she feels that she's working balance being much bigger. So I don't feel like Aisha is an issue. And Marcy Bernholtz is just, her own worst enemy when it comes to that event. She's doing great. She'll hit 10 out of 10 beam routines in the gym. She ended up scoring, I think, 9.25 or something like that with a fall. Her routine also is much bigger, freer. She's not as constricted. And a lot of Marcy's issues on beam has to do with her knee. The fact that she doesn't have any meniscus, any cartilage, really, in her right knee. And so for her to land or to push off of that, she's just got to work so much harder and be so much more focused to push off evenly. We've worked hard with her on that on balance beam. We've worked very hard with that on our bar dismount. And I think it's easier just to be able to land something than it is to have to push off and land and do all the other stuff. So, other than that, I think we're doing well on beam. Monique De La Torre, it was sad that we couldn't have her in because she's so much fun. When you watch her compete beam, she competes beam like she's on floor. And we will be able to see that in the future. And we're looking forward to getting Lachelle on beam. So it's also nice when we have a fall to be able to go up to those last 3 or 4 people in the lineup and just say, you guys ready? And they're like, yeah, we got it. Don't worry about it. And they do. So it kind of may seem like we have a beam issue, but I don't believe that we do. This week against Arizona, it's got to be a big meet. It's got to be, one of the hardest things, I think, as an athlete and as a coach, but not so much for a coach, is you got to understand there's no big and small meets. And, Coach Wooden always said that. Every game is the same. And we've been telling our student athletes that, gosh, for as long as I've been here. Every meet is important. Every meet is a big meet. And partly what that does is it takes a meet that there may not be as much hype about, and it brings importance to it. But also, for a meet like a national championship, it's just gymnastics. You're doing the same gymnastics. And it should feel normal, if that's how you've been competing all season. So we've got to do our job with this team to get them to understand that this is a big meet for us. We haven't posted a good away score. We need to score well into the 196s to post a good away score. We haven't hit 4 events. We haven't not counted a fall since our first meet. We've got to do that. I don't even know, what are we ranked? We're 6th. Okay, we're inching our way back up. We need to get back in the top 3. There's a lot of things that we need to accomplish, and this meet is very important to be able to accomplish that. The only rest of someone that I think we're going to do is I think we're going to rest Anna on her feet. I think we're going to not have her do vault or floor. And we're fine to be able to fill in. We've got Monique De La Torre that hopefully will come in again, and we've got Vanessa Zamripa. We've just got to figure out her tumbling passes. Unfortunately, she should be able to do a double pike in her sleep, but she gets so much air time on it, she can't find the floor easily. And so we've got to help her figure that out. So we've got people that can replace Anna on vault and floor.